Hey, how y'all doing? This been seen from the Snazzy Garden. Long time no see. Well, long time no see for my Instagram people, for YouTube. How y'all doing? Nice to meet you. Welcome to my channel. Just something I've been trying to do or been wanting to do, or should I say been talking about doing for a while, but just, I don't know. Just ain't want to put myself out there. You know how it is. But I didn't let go of all that and just decided to go on and post my stuff. So I'm going to just post everything I have on my phone that I haven't been posting. But whatever I got recorded, but I'm going to do it in order until we get to where I am now. And then we'll be right on track for spring. This a harvest video from June of last year. Like I said, I just kind of dropped off a little bit. I still was doing the little things out there in the garden because I didn't want it to get too far behind. Last year I got tired around October sometime and I let so much food go to waste. It was ridiculous. So I was trying my best not to do that this year. So even though I wasn't out there really gardening and maintaining and cutting and pruning and pulling weeds and all that stuff, I did go out and harvest what was coming up, just so that it won't go to waste. So I did do better with that this year. But really, besides harvesting, all I really been doing is going out there, checking on it, making sure it ain't, well, I ain't gonna even say making sure, because I wasn't making sure nothing. I just was kind of going out there looking at it. Just looking at it. It's looking at me, whatever. Like I say, pulling stuff, making sure it wasn't getting too bad as far as decomposing food and attracting mice or whatever the case may be. I don't know what was out there, but something was out there last year, and I was just making sure that I didn't have too much of that going on and wasting too much food this year. So I did better with that. The garden did pretty good this year too. Even when I started to ignore it, it was still putting out a whole bunch of food. I was still getting a whole bunch of cucumbers. I actually got tomatoes all the way through to like January, till that little freeze came through. I was still had tomatoes on the vine, so that was real good with that. There's my little banana tree. Remember, I had just planted them 2 banana trees, like one of the last posts I had on Instagram, and then my gardener came by and made a mistake and cut one of them, so I was drove. But he came back the next time he came and potted me and planted me another one, so it turned out good. Oh yeah, I saw the tree people outside cutting the trees in the neighborhood one day, and of course I had to flag them down. I'm glad my husband was home that day. Ran out there with my empty trash cans I had. I wish I had more of them empty. And went and got me some wood chips. I'm gonna put them to use this spring when I get back on track. I'm gonna try my best to stay a little bit more consistent this year too. Speaking of getting back on track for spring. But anyway, yeah, them wood chips gonna really come in handy when it's all over with, because I got some new beds already on the way. Oh yeah, so that's my banana tree. It started growing back, but then as soon as the gardener came back that next week, he planted me another one. So I wound up having 3 altogether. So I got me a little banana patch on the way. Eventually, I want to get all my banana trees along that whole fence back there. I want that whole fence line. Not really banana trees, fruit trees. I'm sorry. Fruit trees I want along that whole fence line. That's a few pictures of my corn. This was still June last year. The corn didn't really do too good. I don't know if I tapped out too early and wasn't watering it enough. I did have my sprinklers on, my drip irrigation on, but I don't know if I wasn't. Look greedy. Look how greedy. I did have my sprinklers on, my drip irrigation on, but I don't know. I don't know if it wasn't getting enough water, or if I just didn't go out there and shake them up enough where the pollen was getting all through. But they was real speckled, so I ain't really get much corn last year. Me checking on it right there was probably it. Just me nibbling here and there in the garden. That's probably all I got as far as corn. But I ain't have nothing to harvest and go inside and cook with. The watermelons actually did pretty good. You see, they was getting a little light. I had to stop feeding them. I had to stop doing everything last year, child. I don't know, I went to the doctor. They told probably too much information, but it is what it is. They told me I'm in menopause, so I don't know if I had that fucking in my system or what, but I just kind of stopped cold turkey, so I wasn't feeding them or nothing. But they still did pretty good when it was all over with. I think I had like 6 or 7 of them at the end of the day. Then I had another harvest. I think this harvest was at the end of June. And I ain't even feel myself going through. I just left the camera right there on the basket. Just so I don't waste no food. I just want to make sure I keep harvesting, because last year, baby, like I said, I wasted too much food. That's all I had for the compost that day.